Hey guys, it's Josh with the Trojan Motor League coming at you, and in this episode we are going to replace the underhood light on my Ford F150. The factory underhood light has burnt out or is no longer working because it corroded out, and it's a pretty gloomy place under here. But even with that thing working, I'm not sure how much light that would actually throw. It's a pretty small bulb. That's quite a ways from the engine compartment, especially if you're working here on the passenger side. I just don't think that's gonna throw very much light. So let's dig into what we're gonna replace it with and see if we can get it up and running. So as shown in the last video, I just purchased a 12-inch LED light strip from Princess Auto. It's a pretty basic part. It's a cool white light, indoor, outdoor. And then here we just have a basic 12-volt on-off toggle switch. So the first thing I want to do is find out why that light isn't turning on. I don't want to reuse that factory harness and find out there's a short or the wire's broken somewhere inside this casing. So just pulling the bulb and it just pulls right out. You don't unscrew it or anything. The element looks like it's intact. There's a little bit of corrosion on the ends there, but I don't think there's enough to prevent it from working. So let's grab a multimeter and see if we have power at that end, and running down to see if we have power at this connection. So I'm going to mount the light right here. It's a nice flat spot and it's angled as when the hood is open, the light essentially shines right down. I've just put a centering mark so the light will be positioned somewhere in that vicinity. What I'm going to do right now, it's not great video, so I'm not going to record it, but I'm going to make sure I have enough clearance for the light and the switch with my air intake, radiator, and whatnot. So first time I shut the hood, I don't smash it. Alright, I've marked out where I want the lights to go with the brackets, and I could use a machine screw or try to get in behind here with a bolt, but I decided I'm just going to use a rivet. If it doesn't work, well, it's easy to change out at a later date. So I'm just going to punch these and then use a 1/8 bit to bore out the rivet hole. I typically just use a bigger drill bit to deburr the sides. And pinch those together so it grabs it a little tighter. Alright, let's get the toggle switch installed. For the toggle switch, guys, we had a lot of options. We could have just reused the mercury switch or gotten a new one. We could have used a plunger style, just anywhere in the hood, so when the hood opens, pressure is taken off and it turns on. We can use a toggle switch, which is the route I'm going to go, and we could put that anywhere. We could put it in the cab, we could put it, again, almost anywhere we want. I'm just going to mount it right there on the X. It's easy to reach, there's no interference, it's close to the light, and for the existing wiring, I'll just be able to run it up that ribbon over. Should be easy peasy. I just have to cut the slot for it now. Alright, this is going to be the hardest part of the entire operation, is cutting the slot for the toggle switch. Well, I think that'll do it, guys. I don't want to push it all the way in there because it is going to be a pain to remove once it is. But I think it'll just pop in. So I'm going to call her good. So I've completed the wiring. All I've essentially done is remove the old mercury switch, which was positioned here, extended the ground and power up through here, spliced the ground so I can have it into the switch and the light, and it's just power in and power out. So I'm going to plug this in and give it a whirl and see what we've got. Switch is installed. I've connected the battery. Let's see how it looks. In conclusion, gas tank leaks, brakes still leak, water pump still leaks, tranny still leaks, but I'm pretty happy with how bright my engine bay is. Thought I'd just do a quick close-up of the mercury switch. Obviously you've got a light bulb in one end, on the other just a 2-wire connector. How these operate is this metal bullet has mercury in it, so when it's clipped into the hood like so, the mercury is in the lower portion. Then as the hood opens with the light down pointing towards the engine bay, the mercury flows to this end and completes the connection. Then as soon as the hood's closed, it levels back out. It's a pretty simple system. I could have used it again. All these wires and connectors pop out and you can polish them up and put them back in. I just thought I'd utilize a toggle switch and upgrade the whole system.